Hello, my dear ones. It's Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I am coming on today to do a video that I had talked about a month or so ago. And what I want to do is do kind of a roundup. Geez, my camera's not wanting to stay where I have it. Anyway, what I want to do is a roundup video of all the Dianna Marcum projects that I did for the Recipe Stamp Club, as well as some of the stamp drops. I made a lot of projects as a stamp ambassador, and I mailed quite a few of them out, but I have a lot of them in my craft room. And I had kept them together in a bin so that I could do end of the season video. So we're getting ready to start the second year of the Recipe Stamp Club, and the first offerings are these beautiful tropical products. And I did a video share yesterday of these and of my first card using this adorable little pineapple image along with a Peachy Keen face stamp from my PK 3000 face stamp set. And I just love these new tropical images, but these are part of next year's offerings. So the Recipe Stamp Club started in May of 2022, and we're now in June of 2023. This is the May of 2023 stamp sets. So this is the start of our second year of the Recipe Stamp Club with the wonderful Dianna Marcum. Dianna Marcum did her first live stream today for the Stamp It Tuesday video that's shown every Tuesday on the Adornit Facebook page. So if you haven't seen that video, I shared it to my Greenwood Girl Cards Facebook page also, but you can find it there to link to it, or you can go to the Create It with Adornit Facebook page, and it's sitting right on that page. Okay, but be sure not to miss that video, because the wonderful Dianna Marcum, who I just adore, and I'm just in love with Adornit for bringing her stamps back to us, for all of us that love to create cards and, recipe book pages, and just using her beautiful art to have it again. Most of you know from a video that I did back in 2018 that I have a lot of her original woodblock stamps. And for example, this gingerbread one that she's famous for. And now we have, of course, this one that came out during the Stamp Club this year. But I just want to say how happy I am that she is back and creating for us once again, and that we have a whole other year of her art to look forward to, and hopefully many years beyond this. And Dianna, thank you. Thank you to Georgiana, Miranda, and the entire family at Adornit for bringing her art to us in so many ways. If you guys don't know this, that she also has all sorts of embroidery and different types of products available through Adornit, that you can do lots of different crafts using her images. So I'm going to jump in and just walk you through everything that I have left over that I created this year. I made a lot of stuff using her products because I am an ambassador for Adornit, and I get the use of her stamps. They send them to me so that I can promote them. And I'm very honored to be part of the Stamp Ambassador team. And they are welcoming some additional people this year. As you know, I shared about the tryouts not too long ago to be a member of the team. And so we have some new people that are going to be coming on to join us. So there's going to be even more people creating wonderful projects and producing inspiration for you. And I'll be sharing more about that later once I have all the information to share. But the very first thing that we received in the Stamp Club, the very first thing was the chocolate chip cookie jar. And this recipe for chocolate chip cookies. And I made a couple different things. I turned the bigger cookie stamp, which was the original little stamp that they were giving out at the very, very beginning, if you remember. I turned it into some chocolate chip muffins in this little tin here, which is actually a die from Anna White, Sweet Miss Daisy, for Impression Obsession. And I tucked them in and made them into chocolate chip muffins on this card with a cup of coffee. But here is the original chocolate chip cookie jar. And you can see that I filled the jar with cookies and kind of made it so that the lid is almost falling off. There's so many cookies in there. And I just love this image, and I had fun coloring it. It's just so fun to see all of Dianna's art coming to life as stamps again. For those of us that ever loved her stamps back in the 1990s, it's so fun to be having them come out in photopolymer, and being able to play with her art again just makes my heart, overjoyed. Every time I get a Stamp Ambassador package in the mail from Miranda, I get so excited to see what's in there and to start playing with it. So this was the second month this was the first full month technically. And this is the fruit salad recipe. And this is such a yummy recipe to take to barbecues and stuff. It's a great one for summertime. And I had so much fun making this. And actually, this is coming off a little bit. Let me kind of put this back over here. So this is, I have these little flowers that were from the set along with a strawberry popped up on some pop dots down here. And I just colored this with Copics, and I just love this fruit salad image. It's such a cute, cute image, and just a sweet, sweet little card. So that's the fruit salad. And then if you remember, I did a background with the fruit salad, and I'm thinking I need to make this into a card this summer. So these are all stamps that are part of that fruit salad stamp drop for the Recipe Stamp Club. And a lot of these stamps are still available a la carte over at adornit.com. So if you missed out on any sets because you weren't part of the club, you could go see what's available over at adornit.com. And of course, you can always go to recipestampclub.com and it'll bring up the order form if you want to become a member of the Stamp Club. Dianna has a lot of beautiful images on the horizon, and I know that Adornit is very excited for this coming year, as we all are. So this is another one that I made where I actually took the stamp as it comes, and I chose to just fussy cut a lot of the berries because I'm a huge berry grower in my garden. And so I took the original stamp and I actually used the bowl, but then I cut up I paper pieced a bunch of the images and made this big bowl of berries. And I put this little Your Berry Sweet on here, which is a paper tray ink stamp. And I love how this card turned out. There's a couple extra strawberries at the bottom. The papers are from Irala Mija shop, as well as paper tray ink, the cardstocks. And this just turned out so, so cute. So there's that one. I even put a little berry on the back because I love having a little decoration on the back of my cards. Here is a Have a Sweet Birthday card. This is using her beautiful mason jars. These were one of the stamp drops that they did so that you had mason jars. There's peach preserves, strawberry jam, and I just created this cute little card to use for like a birthday or maybe when I give some preserves in the summertime. And then here is a Sweet as Honey card. This was part, I think, of the Honey Bun Cake stamp drop for the Recipe Stamp Club. And I loved this cute little honey jar. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. And so I actually made a shaker with it. And in the background, you can see how I took the stamps from the entire release and I used them to create my background. And that's one of my favorite things to do. I love making stamped backgrounds like this. It's kind of like you're creating your own pattern paper. And you can see that there's even some bees in here this one's a bee that I stamped out and just put in there, but you can see there's bees stamped in the background here too. So, and then in the inside, I used this pretty stamp from the collection, and I also used it on the back of the card. So there's that one. And then you might remember the apple pie stamp. Oh my goodness, apple pie is one of my dad's favorite things. And I definitely love this image. I think it's a great one to use, especially if you're gifting a pie to someone for their birthday, or maybe you're taking it over to a party for, a get-together or something. And it's so fun to just have these ready to go even. And you can even just make them as a tag and then have it on top of the pie box or whatever you're bringing with you, just to have a little bit of a homemade touch on it. But you can see how I use the seed stamp that comes in the apple pie just to decorate the outside of the card. And I just used some little pieces of rickrack from a die cut that I had to add a little bit of visual interest. And I was inspired to do that by Dianna Marcum. She uses a lot of rickrack and stuff on her projects. And I love how it sets the whatever stamp you're using off. So I love this, and I love the little extra apple pieces and stuff that you can use from the stamp set to include them in the card. So it was such a fun set of stamps to work with. And I made a lot of apple pie projects, so you're going to see more as we go along. Here's another one. This uses the Honeybee Stamps cutting board, and I set the apple pie on it. And I did this one more in a vintage feel. I love, again, that seed stamp. So this one turned out so cute. And this is another image from the collection. And I just love that little apple pie image on the inside of the card. And then I added some apples to the back. So here's a little strawberry jam tag that I did with some curly ribbon. This is from Factory Direct Craft, this curly ribbon in this gingham wired, style. And I love being able to curl the ribbon when it's wired. And I love this little strawberry jam image. Isn't that adorable? So nice vintage tag. I just used some distressed oxide inks in the background here to color the cardstock. So just a really simple tag. And then here is a set of jars that I did using the different stamps. This is the strawberry jam, or the strawberry jam freezer jam stamp, and I actually reduced it on my printer so that I could fit it on the front of this jar. And the jar is actually cut out of acetate. If you can see, there's clear acetate there. And this is a jam jar from IO Stamps, and it is a die that was created by Anna White, who is Sweet Miss Daisy, and that's her blog name, and she's Anna White, W-I-G-H-T, here on YouTube. Anna's an incredible designer, and I love her dies, so I used her die here to make these tags. Here's another one that says Strawberry Jam, and then I did this one in gray that says Strawberry Jam, and then this one uses the beautiful Peach Preserves image. So these will be fun to attach to gifts, or when you're making some jams this summer, just to have a little tag if you box them up to give to somebody. Here's another one using the strawberry stamp drops. This fun die cut in the background is from My Creative Time. I love this die set. It's such a fun thing to set off some stamps with. And this one just says Sweet Friend, and it has both the strawberry basket, the actual basket with the bow, and then the smaller strawberry basket that you tend to use these when you're picking berries. And I love to save these and have them out by my berry bushes in the summer so I can pick berries and bring them into the house. So here I just put a little strawberry on the inside, some green gingham to set off this beautiful scalloped panel. And then in the back, I added just another berry and a flower. And here's another apple pie card. This one I did all in earth tones. I love earth tones. There's just something very calming and welcoming about earth tones. I think it makes us all think of home. I loved this wood grain piece of paper that I had found, and I added some Dollar Tree lace and a button. I used the little seed stamps in the corners, and this apple pie image just does it all for me. Oh my gosh. Dianna Marcum, I love this image. I think it might be one of my favorites next to the gingerbread, because apple pie, I think, is just so American, and we all adore apple pie. I don't know anybody that doesn't like it. And then inside you can see again how I use that little seed stamp to set off the corners. And that is how the back of the card looks. And this is a little image from my from Stamp Peddler on Etsy for Peddler's Pack stamps. And my friend Joyce sent this to me, and it has a little pie and an apple, and it's the perfect little back stamp to do on the back of your card to set off the apple pie. So there's that one. And I did a series of note cards in these earth tones. And here's one where you can see that I just I took that little seed stamp and I just made a pattern here. You can see the steam rising from the steam stamp that's included with the Recipe Stamp Club images. And then a little lace and a button. And then on this one, the seed stamp again takes center stage on the inside, and I stamped a little apple. So this is that card. There's some apples on the back. And there's a few more of those. Here's this one where I did the seed stamp all the way around the outside. And there's the inside, very simple, and the back. Okay, and then this one has a gray button and has the seeds and just a little row of white gel pen to create the background here. And I love how this one turned out. I have a little brown gingham on the bottom of the card. Inside, I again use that seed stamp, and then there's the back. So these just turn out so cute. Oh my goodness. And then let's move into fall. I had made some pumpkin tags, but I'm afraid I gave them all away. So I don't have those to show you, but I fell in love with this candy corn bars stamp. I love the sunflowers and how Dianna did this. You can certainly cut them off if you want to just have the candy corn image, you could do that. But I just love how this looks on the card. I found this fun paper in the background that was from one of my Halloween paper pads, and it has glitter on it, so it kind of makes everything sparkle. And I just love this image, and then I added a couple of the extra little candy corn stamps down at the bottom. So this just turned out so cute, really simple card. And I did it again here with just an orange scalloped panel in the background. And I just think these are the cutest little, oh, they're just so fun for fall. And you can use this to send to anybody for anything. So, and I just love the little candy corns that she added. I think it adds a sweet detail to the card. So those were done really simply. These are from one of the stamp drops, I believe. And these are the little scarecrows that Dianna has. And I love these. This one says no crows allowed. So I put a little crow down here. And I put a little crow up at the top. And this one says cider, pumpkins, and hay rides. And I just love how I offset the blue of his with this beautiful gold in the background. And this is, of course, one of Dianna's beautiful papers. I love this kind of scattered dot on this gorgeous hay color in the background. So this just turned out so cute. And inside I added a little leaf cut from the papers and the word harvest time. So just really, really sweet. And here's one where it's the little scarecrow face. And I actually curled some paper to look like hay. And I stuck a button down on the hat. I love this little pumpkin seeds image. And just the sweet bandana and this beautiful heart with this little line was part of the art that I used, the stamp art I used to create the background. And again, you've got that beautiful paper. Oh my gosh, I just love this. There's something about scarecrows, isn't there? They just make you smile. So I just love these images, Dianna. They're beautiful. And then we have these sweet chickens from the chicken noodle soup stamp. And this one, I added some eggs to it down at the bottom. And there were some eggs here, and this was a die cut that I used that I had in my stash from Poppy Stamps. And then I added this little punched heart with a little bit of jute twine underneath some red gingham. And on the back, I stamped the little pathway of the chicken feet going down to some eggs. And then inside, I have this chicken image, and it says, "Love you a bushel and a peck." So that is just such a fun card. And you can see I used the stamp again to create this card very similarly, just colored slightly differently. Still has the eggs down in the corner, still has the little heart, and it carries over to the back. This one I embossed with a hexagon embossing folder, and I added some eggs to the back of the card. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And so all of these little stamps that you see are part of the release for this particular month. And I just love this. I just think it's such a fun card, especially if you're giving chicken noodle soup to somebody that's sick, to have a perfect card all ready to go and just wish someone to get well, you know. So just adorable. And then this was another one of Dianna's images. I believe this one was, I'm not sure if this was part of a stamp drop or if this might have been part of her digitals, but I still had this card left. And I love this little chicken in the basket. It's so, so sweet. So that was just a little note card that I had still from some of her beautiful artwork. Let's keep going. This is one of the stamp drops that they did that had this beautiful snowman Coco in it. And this is one of the Christmas tags that I made. This Christmas Wishes is from Lily of the Valley Stamps on Etsy. And it's a little tag set that you can get that has all sorts of Christmas sentiments in it. And I love to top my Christmas tags with these and then add a bell and some pretty twines and laces to set off the beautiful images. And I love this particular image because hot cocoa is a big deal to me at Christmas time. This beautiful circle die with all the stitching in it is from my friend Anna White for IO Stamps, her die line with IO. And there's so many beautiful dies at Impression Obsession that you can use in making your projects. And then on the back, I added this little snowman and I just tea-dyed the white circle die that I glued onto the back. And this open scallop die in a circle is from Spellbinders, and it's one I've had for 20 years, I think. So there's that. Here we're back to the little gingerbread men. We'll show them again. I did spray these with this glitter dust spray, and I've shared that glitter dust spray on my channel many times. You can order it on Amazon. Just type in glitter dust spray. And this is the original woodblock stamp size, and then this is the one that they came out with in the kits. So this is the Recipe Stamp Club one. You can order this. You can see if it's available over on Adornit.com. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful gingerbread. And you've seen me share projects with this many times over the years. And I now have this bigger one, which the kids just love. This is the perfect size for a little hand to hold in church. And these just, when kids are fussing, it's fun to just hand them a gingerbread because they get all excited. And then they also have the recipe that they can use to create it. So that's a lot of fun. And I believe the recipe on the old woodblock one has an incorrect amount for the flour. It says 1 cup flour, and it's actually supposed to be 4 cups flour. So if you do make it using this one, make sure you increase the flour to 4 cups, okay? But one thing that's beautiful about Dianna's stamps is that all the recipes are so perfectly delicious. So there's those. Here's another little ginger guy, and this one I love because it says love, joy, and hope. And I think those are 3 very important words to associate with your life. And so that is just an adorable gingerbread image. I love how the ginger is smiling and has this big bow and a heart, and just sitting in those beautiful, beautiful bowls. So this one turned out so cute. And you know me and my Christmas tags. I love making Christmas tags every year. Here's some little snowman tags that I did. I think I used one of them, and these are the 2 that I didn't use. And these ones are a Let It Snow image that's part of the snowman stamp drop that they did, I believe. Or it might be part of the recipe club for that month. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But again, you can certainly inquire with Adornit if you have any questions, or leave questions in the comments down below, and I can always find out the answers too. But this is just such a sweet image. I love this little Let It Snow. And it's so fun to paper piece, and it's easy to paper piece too. This hat is very easy to cut out. So you can definitely paper piece this image and make these sweet little tags. So there's that. Here's this sweet, sweet snowman image. I love this one. Snowflakes for sale. I tucked some little snowflakes behind. I love how this turned out. It has a snowflake on the inside and on the back, and the trim carries over. So just a beautiful card. This is one of my favorite images of Dianna's also, this hot chocolate snowman. This was one of my favorite cards that I made. I did some embossing in the background so you can see these snowflakes that are impressed into the blue cardstock. I colored the image with Copics, and this card, when I look at it, just makes my heart smile. So Dianna, thank you for drawing this adorable image. Oh my goodness, it just makes me smile to look at this. And then we have more snow ice cream cards. This is one of her wonderful recipe stamps. I'm blessed to have these in woodblock from the 1990s, and I'm so happy to have them and honored to have them. And then this is that sweet snow cone, ice cream cone, and I added a little bow here. I did it all in pink just for something different, and I just love how this turned out. And wouldn't that be fun to give to a little girl for a birthday? You know, this one says sending birthday hugs. So such a cute little card. And then on the back of here, I just have my Greenwood Girl birthday card little thing that I do. And then here's one with all of the snowman cones in different colors, kind of like a rainbow of ice cream. And this one I did based on my trip to Italy. A few years back, I went to Italy, and I swear I couldn't stay out of the gelato shops. And the gelatos, you know, they've got blueberry and lemon and all these different flavors, blood orange and pistachio, and I forget what the purple one was. Maybe it was lavender. I think it was lavender vanilla or something, but they had the best flavors, and their gelato, their ice cream over there is so good. So that's what this card was in memory of, and it says, thinking of you and wishing you a happy winter. So that I just had fun making that one. This is a little woodblock stamp I have of Dianna's that's just a little snowflake. And then here we go with this. This is one of my favorite things because we make sugar cookies every year. And we actually do this same recipe with powdered sugar. This is the same recipe we use to make our cookies, and they're so delicious, you guys. And I have this one in the woodblock, but I'm so happy that this is available to everybody in the clear stamps now. And I combined it with the jar and the little heart cookies and the little heart cookie cutter. And this Love and Hugs is from Lily of the Valley stamps. And, you know, I just love their tags. And they came out with a whole set of love tags and Valentine tags. And so that's what I used on there, and added a little flower and some twine. I love how this turned out. These are Dianna's beautiful papers. I keep forgetting to say that, but these are her beautiful papers that are setting off all of these images so wonderfully. Here you can see some more of the stamps on the inside of the card, and this wonderful Happy Valentine's Day paper right there again. And these XOXO border dies are perfect for My Creative Time dies. They're perfect for setting off any card that has to do with love, which most of our cards do. And then on the back, I added the little rolling pin. So, and then you can see I also made a little tag also, and I just love how this turned out. Love and kisses. So who wouldn't love to receive a little jar like that? And this does have some clear acetate to make it look like the jar is filled with cookies. So there's those two. Let's keep going. I'm going to go a little bit faster because I'm at 25 minutes. These are the Grandma Alice's Carrot Drop Cookies cards that I made. I used papers from Arala Miha shop to offset this beautiful carrot color. And this is a Michael's paper here, and then this is an Arala Miha shop paper from Etsy. So this one's digital, and this one's from Michael's. And then the beautiful stamp I stamped onto the papers from Betty's shop, as well as some gingham. And then inside, I added this little carrot image to the inside of the card. And this is a bigger card. This is a 5x7, or I think it's called an A7 card. So I did two of those. This one is just slightly different in color, but the same beautiful carrot drop image. And I just love that. Then I also have some Easter projects. I'm just going to go through and show you the fronts of these cards. This is her sweet little bunny stamp. Here we have the carrot cake muffin stamp with the little bunnies. Some of these were things that she did digitally on Etsy, but most of them are now part of Stamp Drops. So if you go to adornit.com, you'll be able to find all of these stamps. This is her famous deviled egg stamp. I have searched for this in wood for so long, and I still don't own it. So I was so excited to get this in clear from Adornit. When this came out, I just was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this stamp. So this was part of the stamp drop. I'm not sure if this is still available on adornit.com, but again, any questions you have, leave them down below or contact Adornit directly through their customer service, and you can ask about anything that you're wondering about, okay? And on the back of this one, I just have a With Love from Lily of the Valley. Here's another one of the bunnies, just so cute. This one all in brown. Here's some little bunny tags I did with the little bunny images. Again, this was part of the Easter time spring stamp drop, I believe. I love how these turned out. So, so cute. And this one says With Love on it too, just out at the end of the tie. So, so, so cute. A little boy, a little girl. Then we have the carrot cake one. This is the little carrot cake image, and it says Happy Birthday. So if you wanted to give someone a carrot cake for their birthday, you just make up a little carrot cake tag super quick. Really easy to do, easy to color. Here's the Easter egg one. I love this for if you color some Easter eggs or want to give some Easter candy. This is just so fun. Here's the card that I made that opens up. And, oh no, wait, I think this is for, no, that's for My Creative Time. Wrong company, sorry. This is the cards that I did for the Mother's Day stamp drop, and or from the Mother's Day stamp drop, and they're made mostly with the Valentine stamps, but really these stamps can be used for anything, and I use this one for Mother's Day, and it's this beautiful Valentine basket. And I love how this card turned out. I did spray it with glitter spray, so if you're seeing the sparkle on there, that's what that is. And this one says, wishing you a happy Mother's Day on the inside, and then has this sweet love stamp on the back from that same release. Here's another Mother's Day card I did using the beautiful strawberry offerings. And this sweet little cupcake from the cupcake stamps in the very beginning. There were some stamps that were released, and this is one of the cupcakes from that set. So those of you that have been following along this whole time and have been a member of the club, you have a lot of these stamps along with a lot of the stamps that are part of the stamp drops. And this is another one where this was part of the stamp drops that they did. And I love how I was able to make a little mom banner on this one. Here's one from the Valentine stamp drop. This one says, Mom, enjoy the day. And I actually added the two M's here around this heart to create the word mom. So fun. And then this is a beautiful paper from Dianna Marcum. And then this is my last Mother's Day card that I did. And this one says loads of love. And it has mom, ma, mother, and it says for. So loads of love for mom, ma, and mother. So sweet. And I added the little flowers on the inside here. And then just a little tag on the back. Here's some more of her sweet gingerbread images. This gingerbread loaf made up in different ways. And I love this one all in dark brown. I think this one might be my favorite. And I added a snowflake on the background. So cute. And it's just so fun to play with these images and make them up with all different pattern papers and different ribbons, you know, and just see what you can come up with. But I love coloring all these little gingers, and you can even color them all different tones if you want to. I've seen so many different projects made with these. Here's a little baking tag that I did, and this one has a little bowl and the mixer from Dianna. This is her little ginger. This is her little to from. The bowl is from Anna White's Dies for Impression Obsession, and so is the tag. I think the tag is hers also. And then these are the cards that I just shared. You guys have already seen these. These are my last two videos included a bunch of releases for April and May from the Recipe Stamp Club. And these are the cowboy themed ones. I love this image of the boot being used as a planter. And Dianna told me today in her Stamp It video that this reminded her, I think in a comment to me, she said that this was reminding her of her grandma Alice. So I'm one who gardens. I love taking containers and using them in unique ways. So this was one of my favorite images from the Stamp Drop for the Recipe Stamp Club this month. And then this card, I think it's Jane asked me to do a video on how I created this card. So I will make a tutorial for creating this card. I'll get all the pieces ready, and then I'll come in and I'll film a video very soon for that. And then just really quick, I'll show these last few. Here's the cowboy beans recipe. Here's a little tag I made that says yeehaw. And then this is my favorite cowboy one. And this one says howdy. And I modeled these boots after a pair of boots I used to have, and they got ruined in a flood. And unfortunately, they had bacteria in them, and I had to get rid of them. But anyway, I loved those boots, and this card reminds me of those boots. And it just made me so happy to play with all these cowboy images that Dianna created. And I'll say yeehaw to you all, and thank you for looking at all of my Dianna Marcum Recipe Stamp Club and Stamp Drop projects from 2022 to May of 22 to May of 23. And we're starting a whole new year, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for sticking with me if you're here to the end of this 32-minute video. I just thought it would be fun to go through and reminisce a little bit with all of the beautiful images that Dianna has produced and that Adornit has brought to us. Thank you to Georgiana, Miranda, Dianna, and everyone at Adornit that ships our packages out, that makes creating so much fun for us all. We're so appreciative, and I look forward to another year as your stamp ambassador with my wonderful teammates and all of the new people that will be joining the design teams. So thank you, everybody. Take good care. Bye now.